What's up, everybody? Tomcat back out here again. Hey, now my channel's not an echo chamber. Everybody's welcome here. I love you all. Even if you don't like me, I love you. So, this video is coming to you out of love. This video is for the unprepared. Yeah, the unprepared. Look, I know you guys hear the word prepper, and you guys get the ick about it. You don't like it. Makes you think of doomsday preppers. It makes you think of crazy people trying to sell a bunch of freeze-dried food and stuff. I get it. I get it. I don't call myself a prepper. But there is nothing wrong with having supplies. There's nothing wrong with having extra food, water, car parts, whatever you use, for a month or more. Stocked up. Nothing. You remember early 2020 when all the toilet paper was gone? That wasn't all that was gone. Remember, it was a hard time finding meat. Certain canned goods were hard to come by. Think about it in a natural disaster. Any disaster where you live. People go panic buying and they pick up everything. Then maybe you might get in a fight. You might not be able to get anything. There could be limits. It's not crazy to have some extra supplies on hand. I'm coming to you unprepared out of love, because that's how I feel is the best way to come to you. There's no preaching or name calling right now. You know, I know, everybody knows there's been a lot of natural disasters going on. There's been a lot of bad stuff happening. Food prices, don't even get me started on that one. So, is it really that crazy to have some extra supplies on hand? For a month, 2, maybe 3, whatever can ride you through an emergency. Look, you might have a good job. You might have your ducks in a row. You get sick, you get in a car accident, something happens, some kind of emergency, that could take you off your game real quick. Then what? You're going to be buying food and supplies while you're trying to take care of other problems. Now you're going to be in a money shortage. Now you got to worry. If you got kids or anything, then what? You got to sacrifice then. You could sacrifice now. Just get some extra supplies. You never know. That's the whole thing. It's not about World War III or economic collapse or any of that. SHTFs have been personal. They have been personal more than global. I've been in plenty of SHTFs. I was working at a good factory, and the factory closed down. I lost my income. Now, I could pivot and find something else, which I did, but in that meantime, I sure was glad that I had extra supplies to last me. Money that's paying bills instead of buying food and stressing out about bills. You know what? All it is it's an adult thing to do. You have to take care of you and yours. So, don't call yourself a prepper. You don't have to. But there's nothing wrong with having extra things that you use every day, every month, every week. That's not crazy. I got my stock, and I don't go crazy about it. But I've had situations like last month with the price of food. Emergencies came up, and I didn't have the money to go out and buy food and take care of the emergencies. I didn't want to be fucked from the jump. So what I did is, I broke into my reserves, used the money for bills and all. Yeah. Extra insurance. You got auto insurance, health insurance. Want to have some food insurance or cleaning supply insurance or something? They could put limits on things any day. And yeah, you can go to different stores and get it. Now you're spending gas you don't have. Gas is going to be going back up again. We already know that. You don't have to be crazy and call yourself a prepper if you don't want to. But my message to you, dear unprepared, is just look at what's going on. Look what's been going on. Look what's been going on even 10 years ago. Do you really want to be caught out where you're worrying? Are you and your family going to be able to eat or pay your bills? Food prices are still going higher. This world ain't getting any easier for any of us, my friend. It ain't just me in this fight, it's all of us. Do what you can to make sure that you don't lose your quality of life. I love you. I don't want to see anybody hurting. I don't want to see anybody in a bad situation. All these storms and everything that have been going on, no matter where you live. People freezing to death in their cars when all they had to do was just get a solar blanket, maybe some kind of portable heater, something. All situations can be diverted if you plan accordingly. It's just being responsible. And I love you guys. I don't want to come preach to nobody, but I'm worried about everybody in this world. I love you all. And if you don't want to call yourself a prepper because of what's attached to it from doomsday preppers and all, that's fine. But there's nothing wrong with having some supplies just in case. There's nothing wrong with making sure that your family's taken care of. There's nothing wrong with planning for an emergency. I just wanted to drop that message to you because I love you guys. I want to see everybody succeed. Everybody. Whether you like me or not, I don't care. I want to see you succeed. And just being stocked up a little bit will get you somewhere. Like I said, you're one health problem, one car accident, one layoff, one business closing, now you got no job. What do you tell your family? What do you tell yourself? It's just an adult thing to do, to have what you need to take care of you and yours. Because at the end of the day, you're supposed to be a leader. It's up to you to take care of you and yours. It's not up to the government. It's not up to the state. It's not up to family and friends. It's not up to food banks. All these places, they got enough to deal with. More people keep adding to it, and we're not headed for anywhere good right now. Now, maybe things might get good, maybe they won't. But if you've been to the store, you know about food prices. If you try to get a car, you know about how used cars are hard to find and everything about the new cars. You know how expensive or hard to find parts are. If you use it every week, you don't have to listen to me. But just why not have a little bit extra on hand? That can make the difference. It really could. I know this firsthand. It can make a difference. Life happens. Life happens. And it's what you do. It's how you own it. That's what makes a difference, folks. I don't want to hear about anybody getting in situations they could have got themselves out of if they just would have planned ahead. That's the kind of world I want to live in. Now, like I say, I'm not calling myself a prepper. I don't call myself a survivalist. I don't call myself a bushcrafter. But if you think I'm not ready in all three situations, you got me fucked up, because I know where this has been going in this world. And I'm not talking about crazy stuff neither. I'm talking about reality, everyday reality. So, dear Unprepared, stock up a little bit. Don't go crazy. You don't have to be the crazy person. It's not crazy to be prepared in a bad situation. It's really not. You don't have to stack it to the rafters if you don't want to. You don't have to have 500 cans of green beans. Just enough to get you through. What if the power goes out? That's happened. What if you have to rush to the store and everybody in your county has the same idea as you? Do you want to be the person that has to deal with all those people like a Black Friday mess? Do you want to go there and pick up bread, milk, and eggs? Well, maybe not eggs with the price of it right now, but do you want to be that person? This is a day for change. Every day is a new day. You can start over any day. Sun just came up not too long ago. It's about 30-something degrees for Florida. That's pretty cold. So I'm enjoying a brisk walk through the woods before I go to the store. I figured I'd come to you out of love. This channel's for everybody. Anybody who says anything and makes sense in a world that makes no sense, man. I mean, really, if you think about it, people like me just want to see people like you succeed in every area of life. Because you know what? We're only as strong as the weakest person, and I don't want anybody here to be the weakest person. Think about it. I love you. I don't want to come off preachy. I want to come off with respect, dignity, and love to you. I just want you to think. Just plant the little seed in your head to think. You don't have to do anything I say. How would I know? But if this reaches one person to just think about this. Think about, you can take control of your life, of your future. You can take control, help your family. Be the leader in your family. You don't have to worry. Once you take that worry off your shoulder, look, life has many worries. We know this. We've lived however old you are. We've lived this long. We've seen the past 3 years. We've gone to the grocery store lately. We know how messed up that one is. It's only going to get more expensive, people. Life is getting too expensive, too uncertain, and too chaotic. To be the best adult you can be, my advice would be, dear Unprepared, come up with a plan. If you want to start off small, that's cool. You don't have to go crazy. But it's crazy to do nothing. Remember, if you do the same thing over and over again, and you expect different results, that's insanity. So, now here you are, an emergency happens of some kind, natural disaster, power outage, you lost your job, car accident, your health went bad. So what are you going to do? The same thing? You're just going to say, oh, well, I'm just going to do like I always do. But you're always going to get what you always got. It's insane. You're not insane. You're smart people. If you watch me, you're smart. I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm saying you're smart. You're better than that. Don't prove it to me. Prove it to yourself and to your family. People love you. People look to you for guidance. I just want to put that seed in your head that, you know what? You're better than you thought you were. And now, all you got to do is just do a few small things. So if a disaster or a bad situation hits, hey, you got to control the situation. You can help you and yours. At the end of the day, whether you hate preppers or not, all they try to do is take care of them, their families, their community. They're not evil people. I've known enough of them to know that. I see enough of them to know that. They all have a good message. They just don't want to see you fail. They don't want to see you hurt. They don't want to see you dead. They don't want to see you starve to death. Remember, water's number one, though. You should always have water. And get some seeds. Learn how to plant. Learn how to garden if you want to. It's cool, too. But have some extra food. Have some canned goods. I'm not saying go get freeze-dried food because the price on that is really bad right now. Have some canned goods. Have some rice, some instant potatoes. Get some Mylar bags. I may put up a video on how to store food in Mylar bags. I'm thinking about it. It's on my to-do list. Anyways, I've been rapping and trapping too long here. I love you guys. I want to get out here in the cold. I like the brisk weather. Makes me miss Michigan. Even though being in Florida thinned my blood out enough to where it's damn cold for me, whereas before, it'd just be another day. I just wanted to drop this off to you. Look, I care about you. I don't even know you. I don't owe you, but I care about you. We're all God's children. Even if you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter. We're all brothers and sisters. And if I don't say anything and come at you with love and respect, I'm doing a disservice to you. So please, just think about what I said today. If you catch this by accident, welcome. It's Tomcat. If you're returning, you already know me. You know how I feel. Yeah, I'm gonna go play around in the woods for about an hour. Go back and get my coffee. Go to the store. I love you guys. Without you guys, what would the world be? Every person is important. Every person has the ability to make a change. And change is always good. Certain situations it sucks, but if you're doing something different and you expect something different, well, hell, that's half the battle already won, isn't it? But if you're doing the same thing over and over and you think that everything's going to change when you didn't change how you go about life, that's insane. And I know you guys aren't insane. All right, I droned on too long. I love you. And I say that with all my heart. I do. You're family to me. We're all family. And if family don't look out for family, then what are we? Love you. Tomcat out.